Guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and as most of you guys probably know by now, this is my all-new 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn, and today we're going to be going over 5 things that I like in particular about this truck. And as we said, this is my new 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn. It has the crew cab, it has the 5.7 liter Hemi e-torque and 4x4 with the midnight package, which makes this truck look absolutely killer. So of course, the 5 things that I like about this truck start with the looks. And since we have the midnight package, we get the black metallic front grille. Unlike trucks like the Built to Serve with the flat black grille, I definitely prefer this metallic gloss finish. The Ram badge is blacked out too. I don't love it, I don't hate it. I may end up going with a white or a body color Ram badge in the future, but for the most part, this black grille is a big upgrade to both the chrome and the flat black that you get with other more aggressive trims. I also love that we get front parking sensing, fog lights, and a body color front bumper with this midnight package, as well as black accented headlights. One thing I would like with this midnight package are the LEDs, but since these halogen headlamps are massive, they do an actual great job lighting up the road in front of you. With the midnight package, we also get black 1500 Hemi e-torque badges on the grille, or on the hood, I'm sorry guys. Unlike the sport package, we don't get the sportier, more ventilated hood, but it still looks absolutely killer. Also, we get the black 20-inch rims. I believe they're 9 inches wide, so they can fit up to 275 or 285 wide tires. We only get all seasons here, unfortunately, but they're pretty aggressive all seasons when it comes to off-roading. They're Bridgestone Dueler HL Alenza tires. And I like the white lettering, but as you see, this truck has barely over 500 miles on it, and the white lettering is already starting to fade out. So I assume by the time this truck reaches 2,000–3,000 miles, all the lettering will be just like all the other Bridgestone tires. But it still looks absolutely killer. We get the black Ram badge, blacked out mirrors. They're not the tow mirrors, but they are upgraded compared to the standard mirrors. We get this little blind spot pocket right outside, and they're power folding. Also a nice feature for the Bighorn, and heated mirrors. Also with the midnight package, we get black window trim, unlike the shiny chrome, black door handles for both the front and the rear, and of course black rear wheels as well. One complaint that I have, I'll make a video about the 5 things that I do not like, but I guess you can guess one of my complaints for that next video. Out rear, the midnight package also gets black Ram contrasted taillight, blacked out Bighorn badge, black chrome exhaust tips, and these look sick. We get full rear parking sensing. Another thing about these exhaust tips, I recently upgraded the muffler here to a Flowmaster Super 10, so this thing sounds incredible. I'll fire it up in 1 minute. The midnight package also gives you a blacked out handle for the tailgate and a blacked out Ram badge as well. That's about it though, guys, for the midnight package. The 4x4, of course, also blacked out. We mentioned a new Flowmaster muffler. If you haven't seen my exhaust video, let's fire up this 2023 Ram 1500 with a Flowmaster Super 10 series muffler, and here she sounds. So I know this doesn't add towards the look of this vehicle, but it definitely adds to its character, is this 5.7 liter Hemi V8 cranking out 395 horsepower, 410 pound-feet of torque. We may see an increase of like 1 or 2 now that we got that Flowmaster Super 10 muffler, and also a reduction of about 17 to 18 pounds, because this Flowmaster muffler weighs about 3 pounds, whereas the factory muffler weighed almost 22. Anyway though, that's why I consider this an upgrade to the look, is the fact that this thing sounds so sick that the character of this truck, especially with the midnight package, is completely different. We get a Ram etched in this little engine compartment cover area, and I love how this engine is pushed back really far, helping the handling as much as we possibly could with this massive truck. I appreciate the hydraulic struts too. We can shut this hood right down, take a step back, walk around this 2023 Ram Bighorn one more time. So the second thing I particularly love about this truck is the space. Not only for the back seat of this truck, but also the front. So I am so ridiculously comfortable sitting in this truck compared to a Camaro, which was a little bit cramped. You have so much shoulder space, even when you have passengers. The comfort of these seats are absolutely unmatched. I may go with luxury seat covers in the future, but even with these standard fabric seats, they are unbelievably comfortable. They're fully adjustable too, at least for the driver. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide, and we get 2-way lumbar control, which is included on the Bighorn Level 2 package, which also includes both this 12-inch massive vertical touchscreen and the upgraded Alpine audio system with a subwoofer. Another big reason why I chose this truck. Speaking of space, out back we have an absolutely ridiculous amount of space. You can lift the passenger or the second sets of seats up. I have a dog bed for our dog back here, and she has a ton of space back here as well. But if you have to seat people, look at this legroom. You have over a foot of knee room. You have about 3-4 inches of headroom. If you're under 7 feet tall, this is a super spacious truck. If that's not enough storage space, underneath these all-weather floor mats, we get these additional interior cubbies with a removable tray, so you can load it up with ice, cans, liven up your tailgate party, and also drain it without getting your entire truck soaking wet. Ton of space in this truck, of course. We don't have the long bed, but it's a 5.7 foot bed. We don't get the Ram boxes here either, but that just allows us to have a little bit more usable space outside of the wheel wells. Super spacious. I'll be going with a bed liner shortly. I'm thinking about either going with Line-X or get a little bit cheaper of a bed liner from, say, Mako. But let me know in the comments section what you would recommend when it comes to bed liners. I'm new in the truck game, but it's definitely something that I'm considering getting. Anyway though, speaking of the space, let's take a step inside, especially with these screaming birds over here. We got a hurricane coming in, so the birds are definitely letting each other know. But anyway, speaking of space, we'll take a step inside and really check it out. So interior startup with the Flowmaster, boom, sounds really good, but it's definitely not overly loud. So next thing I really like about this truck are the features. So since we have the level 2 equipment group, that not only includes a 12-inch vertical touchscreen, we also get an auto-dimming rearview mirror, a power sliding rear glass, a 9-speaker with subwoofer Alpine premium audio system, among a ton of other options and features. The only option and features that we don't have on this truck is the tow package, but I'm not going to knock the truck for it because I was able to get a truck with the tow package, but I unfortunately already signed the paperwork on this by the time that vehicle became available. But anyway though, so I'm not going to knock it for the tow package. The 12-inch touchscreen, I'm usually not the biggest fan of it because to access the heated and ventilated seats with the 12-inch touchscreen, you got to go through the screen. But since this truck doesn't have ventilated seats, you can just use all the hard buttons for the dual zone automatic climate control here on the left and right side with the defrosters. If you want to use the heated seats or the heated steering wheel, you do have to go through the touchscreen, but since I'm a Florida driver, I don't think those features will be really necessary outside of maybe like a week or two in the winter time. The volume dial has a very satisfying resistance to it. This is our home screen. We also get media. You see songs currently playing, comfort. Here you can adjust the heated seats, no ventilated seats, and the heated steering wheel. Next, we have the navigation screen, super high resolution Google Maps display. We also have Amazon Alexa. You can love it or hate it, but this truck does come equipped with it. We also get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and for 2023 and the level 2 equipment group, it is wireless. Vehicle settings, you guys can pause, take a look at everything we have available here. For the vehicle settings apps, we get media, comfort, nav, and phone apps. These are the phone apps, these are the nav apps, comfort, and the media. My personal favorite to look at all times would be the Apple CarPlay screen. Beneath that, we have our traction control. You can disable tow haul mode. So we do have tow haul mode, but we don't have the trailer brake controller or the reverse trailer steering controller or the trailer sway controller. You can turn off the front and rear parking sensing. That's convenient for off-road use. Hazards right up top. But overall, guys, I'm loving the features here. We have a leather wrapped steering wheel, soft touch, upper part of the door panel, power folding mirrors. It is a loaded truck both inside and out. So next thing I really like about this truck is the ride quality. This is the biggest improvement that I've felt so far compared to my Camaro. You run over these massive bumps and you feel nothing. However, compared to my dad's Longhorn Limited Edition, he doesn't have the air suspension, but he has like an inch lift from the factory, a heavier duty suspension, and beefier all-terrain tires. And with his truck, you feel the bumps a little bit less than what you feel here. Is that a complaint? Absolutely not. This ride quality is still fantastic. It's just not quite as good as either the Longhorn Limited with the beefy tires or the Limited with the air suspension. Still great ride quality. Definitely a huge thumbs up to Ram. Last but not least, I love the sound of this 5.7 liter Hemi with the Flowmaster Super 10. Take a listen. Woo! Yeah, this thing sounds freaking awesome. There you have the red light alert. I gotta find a way to turn that off. Leave a comment if you know how to turn it off on these new Uconnect 5 systems. Look at this ride, huge bumps. What bumps? I didn't feel no bumps. I didn't even hear the bumps with these dual pane windows. The level of refinement in this truck is simply unmatched. And remember, this is a Bighorn. It's not a tradesman, it's not a base model truck, but it's a work truck for somebody who wants just a little bit more options and features. I wouldn't call this a luxury truck by any means. You got to go Laramie and up to be considered a luxury truck, in my opinion. But still, this is a very well loaded truck. I love the options and features. The ride quality is excellent, super spacious, and it looks badass, especially with this Flowmaster Super 10 muffler. I'm going to throw in a little bonus. Well, another thing that I like about this truck is the start-stop system with this e-torque. You'll see how it's like when we start back up right now, but With the start stop, you still keep your AC, the audio system doesn't get affected, and when you let off the brake, the e-torque actually accelerates you a little bit, so it doesn't feel as clunky and as jerky as a traditional start-stop system. You also have full access to your steering rack. That's also pretty cool, but that's not the bonus thing that I like about this truck. The bonus thing that I like about this truck is the fact that we can use mid-grade to 87 octane fuel. They recommend mid-grade, but I read that 87 and 93 do about the same for this motor, so in that case you could throw 87, save like 10 cents a gallon. But the fact that I can throw mid-grade gas in this truck automatically saves me 30-40 cents a gallon compared to my Camaro, which was 91 octane and up. So all those things, I guess 6, maybe 7 things I really like about this truck. There are so many more, but I tried to just limit it to 5. So starting with the looks, to the space, to the features, to the ride quality, the badass sound of this V8, and even the mid-grade gas with this e-torque system, this is an awesome truck, and I would 100% recommend checking it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for the guys who've been along for the journey from the start, or at least for a fairly decent amount of time. You know, the channel is just not possible without you guys, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.